HDFC Keki Mistry on the slowdown in economy and investments, and he was of the view that small businesses do not have money and the RBI needs to remove the fear factor from the minds of the investors.
Keki Mistry, CEO of HDFC, joining me on the phone line. Thank you very much, Mr. Mistry, for joining us and taking time out to talk to us. But my first question to you is, what is your assessment of the slowdown that we're in? We've been seeing a host of data, one after another, come in, reflecting the state of the economy, reflecting the pain that the economy is in.
Well, at my mind, the slowdown is largely a function of the fact that investments have slowed down in the economy, particularly private investment. Because private investments have slowed down, creation of new jobs have to that extent been less. So if less new jobs get created, then less income is generated for people, which results in slowing down of consumption. So these are the factors which are causing the slowdown in the economy. Now, the biggest reason, or one of the reasons why there is a slowdown in the investment cycle is the fact that NBFCs, who are typically the ones who used to reach out to the SME segment of the market and lend to various facets of the economy where banks don't sometimes reach out to, NBFCs themselves have been struggling for liquidity and therefore are not able to fulfill that role. And therefore, availability of money for small businessmen has become, which is perhaps one of the reasons why the investments are slower, resulting in slower job creation and resulting in slowing down of consumption. I think, to my mind, what needs to be done is that the government and the senior and the RBI needs to meet with senior people in the banks, which I'm sure they are going to do or probably have already been doing, and tell them that the regulatory framework for NBFCs has been strengthened, and banks should therefore feel confident once again to start going out and lending money to NBFCs, housing finance companies, who can then spread that liquidity out to segments of the market that banks don't reach out to.
So how bad do you think the situation is currently? Because we've also, since the budget, been seeing the markets sort of spiral downwards, and what experts are telling us is that it's a reflection now of the true state of the Indian economy.
See, I don't want to comment on what's going to happen this month or this week or the week after, because an economy has to, you have to look at things from a long-term standpoint. And the structural strength of the Indian economy in the medium to long term is very high, is very strong. And therefore, I have no doubt in my mind that the growth will come back in the economy. Now, whether that takes 1 week, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, I don't know, but sooner or later, the growth will come back. I think we need to improve sentiment. Once sentiments get better, automatically confidence will come back. It's all a matter of confidence. Once confidence comes back in individuals and people to consume, to spend money, I think will come back. So I would say, if you are a long-term investor, you need to be patient. You continue to be patient, and you will certainly be rewarded in the long term. We just closed our results for the first quarter, and since these are all now in public domain, I can talk about it. So we saw a very healthy growth in the demand for individual housing loans, particularly in the middle income and the lower income categories. So for a certain category of housing, there continues to be strong demand. It's in the high markets, it's in the expensive properties that there is a real slowdown.
Right. So, Mr. Mistry, this confidence that you're talking about, what will it really take for that confidence to come back? Because like we've been seeing, consumer sentiment has in fact taken a big hit. What will it take for that to return, and is enough being done?
Well, what needs to be done is what I've already mentioned, that I think if the RBI and the government were to talk to senior people within the banking system and remove that fear factor, that fear which has got created, fear of regulatory action, fear of people being questioned after loans have been given if they turn back. Once that fear is removed, automatically lending will improve in the system. And if lending improves in the system, believe me, it's only a matter of time before the economy bounces back. Because structurally, the Indian economy continues to be extremely strong.